Hey, welcome back. So for this calculus AP problem, this will show up on every AP calculus test. And it can look intimidating, but once you break it down and write it in a way that's a little bit less confusing, when you see these types of problems on a test, it won't be as daunting as it may first appear when you first run across these types of problems. So we're given this table on the right with all these x, f, f prime, g, and g prime values, and we also are given h as a function of x is equal to g as a function of f of x. So h is a composite function of g and f. So we are looking for h prime of 3. So really, what is this saying? This is really saying h prime of x is equal to what when x is equal to 3. So 4x equal to 3. So let's get h prime of x. So we would really just need to take the derivative of this. So before we do that, let's rewrite this so it's just h is equal to g as a function of f. So that'll make it a little bit less confusing. And we know that f is still a function of x. So if we take the derivative of this whole thing, so if we say d dx, we have, this becomes dh dx, which is essentially the same thing as h prime of x. And then on this side, we have g as a function of f. Well, we can't take the derivative of g as a function of x because this is in terms of f. So we have to do d df. But we need this whole thing to be d dx on both sides, otherwise we're not sticking within our mathematical rights. So to do that, we have to apply the chain rules so that we have df dx here. So these df's would cross off and we're still ultimately applying d dx to both sides. So then this becomes d df dx of g prime of f of x. And now I will write it that way as f of x. So since we know that x is equal to 3, we can say 4x equals 3. F of 3 is equal to, and we go to our table here, so f is a function of 3, that's just equal to 4. So this over here, this h prime of x is equal to this. So we are looking for h prime of 3, and this is saying x is equal to 3. So this is equal to df dx of g prime of 4. And that's because this is f of 3, which ends up being 4. So then we also, actually I should just rewrite, let me erase this guy, and we will rewrite that as f prime of 3 because this is df dx. And so what's f prime of 3 equal to? Again, we go to our table. For x equal to 3, f prime is equal to 2. So then this portion, this factor, is equal to 2. And then the g prime of 4, g prime of 4 is equal to 1/2. And so that's 1/2. You multiply them, and then you get 1.